I'm Donna from talkfeelchange.com, and today I'm going to be speaking about how the Future Authoring course can help you to lead a better life. And before I get into explaining what the Future Authoring course is all about, let me just tell you why I recommend it. So, of course, being an online therapist myself, a lot of my clients are unable to attend face-to-face therapy for whatever reason. And so I'm always looking for other resources that I can recommend to people that can help them to better their lives from wherever they are. And this is really great because it's an online resource. Of course, it's not a substitute for therapy, but it's still a really valuable resource, and it can help you to lead a more intentional life. A life that isn't just passing you by, but one that is intentionally filled by you with doing what you find valuable and meaningful. And I actually just struggle to see who wouldn't benefit from this course. So, what is this course all about? It's an online course. You go to the website selfauthoring.com, and it's made by Dr. Jordan Peterson. And you purchase the course. And you can buy this course by itself, or you can buy it with two other complementary courses. Together, it's past authoring, present authoring, and future authoring. And each different course asks you a series of well thought out and well considered questions, and then you are given blocks to fill in your answers. And today I'm going to look exclusively at the future authoring course. So this course asks you questions in order to help you to form your own goals and to help you to contemplate the future that you want for yourself. And it's done in two stages. The first stage is basically writing generally about the goals that you want, and the second stage is refining that and being very, very specific and very clear about what you want, why you want it, and breaking it down into very realistic, achievable steps. And then once you've filled it out, you can print it out, or you can email the goals with all your considerations and all of your self deadlines that you've made, and you can send that to yourself, and you can have a physical reminder of what it is that you're really wanting, which I've found very valuable in my own life. And this course, I did it over about 2 weekends, and I would work for about 1 or 2 hours on it, and then maybe go for lunch, and then come back and keep working on it. So I like to take big breaks, and it was recommended to take big breaks during this course because it's not a matter of just sitting down and hammering it out. These are questions that do take some mulling over and a lot of consideration and maybe time to wrap your head around what it is that you're actually wanting. Alright, and if you feel anxious in your life, or you feel a lot of existential questions, this course can really help you. Because if you look at anxiety, it's something that so many of us struggle with, and a lot of our anxiety is caused by uncertainty. And this uncertainty is often about the future. And we need to take the time to consider our uncertain future, and by facing this uncertainty head on, and really putting down what it is you want your future to be like, and then thinking about it in words and physically writing it down and deciding on the steps you will take to make your future that way, it really helps you to clarify your path in your own head and clear away a lot of the uncertainty. And by doing that, it really helps you to reduce a lot of the anxiety in your life. People may argue that being so future orientated and engaging in this course, which is so focused on the future, means that you're actually missing out on the present. And I disagree with this, because since I've completed this course, I've personally found a shift in my own thinking from focusing on my goals and whether or not they are good goals, or if I should reassess them or change them. And now I focus on attaining the goals in the present. And look, You have to be flexible. Sometimes life just happens and we can't predict everything that's going to happen. But having established goals does give you greater perspective, and this helps you to use your time well in the present. And I just think that that is so important and so valuable. Another reason why I don't think that creating future goals distracts us from the present is because while our goals in themselves are future orientated, we can only ever make the changes here and now in the present. And I think that this course is perfectly aligned to a life's about the journey, not the destination sort of attitude, because I think that the journey of working towards a well thought out goal, a goal that is really important to you, is an incredibly meaningful journey in and of itself. And there seems to be something very valuable about living a life with this sort of intention. Socrates said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." And I think that living in a continuous routine without fully examining what you actually want to get out of your life, it's not really worth doing. And approaching your life from a more intentional perspective can help you from becoming a victim of life, someone who life just happens to. And the structure of the questions in this course really makes you sit down and answer what you really want, why you want it, and how you can realistically achieve it. It also asks you how you will be able to recognize when you have achieved a goal. And it might be very obvious from a lot of goals when you have achieved it. But some of the goals that we might be striving for are longer term and maybe more subtle, and we may find ourselves like a frog in hot water that doesn't really realize that the temperature of the water is increasing. We might be achieving our goals so incrementally that we actually don't notice a few years down the line once that goal is finally achieved, because the change was so gradual. But by increasing our awareness of our actual goal and when it is that we've achieved it, and how we can recognize the achievement, we gain a stronger sense of accomplishment in our lives. I also think that that's so important. At one point, the course asks you to imagine an ideal life. And what I like about this is that it opens up the possibility of what if. The possibility of life actually going well. And life going in a direction that brings you joy and meaning. And this is a very powerful thing. What may have seemed impossible may begin to feel doable. There are so many people who are so guarded against allowing themselves to consider the idea of life going well for them. And this is so often because of the deep fear of the disappointment that you would experience if things don't go well. And there really is a level of resilience required to live a life where you allow for the possibility of what if. By taking the steps of this course seriously, it also really instills a sense of self-discipline and personal responsibility. And through the course, you are learning a great way to break down and assess the motives behind your goals. You learn to consider who else in your life might benefit or suffer as a result of your goals. And this sort of structure, it's not just a once-off process. The repetition in each step you need to consider things in the same way. And that's the fact that they keep repeating that. It really teaches us how to evaluate our goals so that we can repeat them later. We can do this by ourselves. Once you've done the course, you've sort of learned how to assess your goals, and you can continue making goals further down the line and assessing them in using the same structure. And of course, there's no magic pill that can sort out all of life's problems for you. You can only get out what you put into this course. and it's a great structure, but it's always going to be up to you to carry out your goals, of course, at the end of the day. And I will say that I think it's easier to stick to your goals when they are well thought out. And once you have considered the social impact of a goal and realized how other people could benefit from your goals as well, then it can really change something from something you'd like to do to a real must in your life. The author Matthew Kelly said, "On one hand, we all want to be happy. On the other hand, we all know the things that make us happy, but we don't do these things. Why? Simple. We are too busy. Too busy doing what? Too busy trying to be happy. This is the paradox of happiness that has bewitched our age." I really encourage you to take some time to do this course, to clarify what makes you happy and to do that, and to live a more intentional life. Life's really short, and unless you plan what it is you want to do, you may never get around to doing it. Thank you very much.